In this episode, we hit the tracks around Jurien Bay for an epic mix of beach driving, history, and those unreal Western Australian sunsets. From uncovering hidden World War II bunkers to carving through the soft sands and kicking back by the fire, this trip had it all. Let's get into it.
So far, not too bad. It's got good vibes.
It's got toilets everywhere.
It's got
It's got a caretaker. It's got emergency muster point. We got beach access.
We've got to go that way. There's a lot going on. We're just trying to find our campsite.
Oh, there's your beach.
I don't know if we were meant to check in with the caretaker or anything, but
I don't believe so.
We're just winging it. So yeah, I think we're coming up to our site just over here to the
81.
left. Look at the little, it's a little camp kitchen. Oh, how cute. Oh, we love a big site.
That is a big site.
Yes. All right, we have arrived at Jurien Bay.
Well, first thing we need to do is check how hard the beach exit is, because Shania set us up with such a perfect spot.
Yeah.
We can put our camp chairs up here and everyone has to get off the beach.
Yeah, right in front of us. Oh dear, it looks like people get stuck here.
Yeah, you can see all the bog marks over here.
Oh, this will be fun.
I'm pretty keen to see this actually.
Yeah.
It's a nice bay too.
It is. All right, campsite all set up, and we've already run into issues.
So what we've got here is a cheap trailer plug. Now what happened is, if you look at the pin, see it's pushed in there? Well, if you can see that in the video, that's pushed in. That's not meant to be like that. So our trailer lights aren't working like they should. So we've got brake lights, but we don't have a right hand blinker. And you don't notice how much you turn right until it doesn't work.
Literally on the highway, we were like, oh, right turn, right turn, right turn.
Yes. So we've got our new trailer plug, so I'm just about to set up and get comfortable.
What a good place to be a mechanic too.
And
literally.
voila!
Voila, let's get it done. We're putting together a separate video on how to change a trailer plug, an absolute must know for caravan owners. And that's it, all done.
Oh, yeah.
But right now, it's time to relax and take in this stunning beach, this sunset, and a well-earned rum. This spot definitely lived up to the hype, and we loved it so much that we decided to extend our stay. Why? Well, that's a story for tomorrow. For now, let's just enjoy this beautiful sunset.
Can't find a need to have something to do. Living in the country, feel alive.
Whoa! These guys are copying our setup.
It looks just like us.
Oh, is that Escape the Everyday?
Yeah.
We moved? I didn't even realise. So last night, guys, we were camped over there with the... Sorry, we camped over there with the beach access just there. We have moved directly across. So here we are. We now have a floor mat. We have an awning.
We have upgraded in life.
We have upgraded in life,
Yeah.
Shania reckons.
But we come here. We wanted to book just for one night, but we liked it so much we decided to book for 2 nights.
Yes.
So we're here for another 2.
Yep.
So 3 in total. And today we are going to do something exciting. Kade, tell them what we're going to do.
We are going to go try the 4-wheel drive track.
We don't know what it's like.
No, but it takes you from here, and it's a 6-kilometre trek, 25 minutes apparently, so it shouldn't be too bad, but it'll actually take us down the coast to the point.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So let's go do that now.
We're just looking at the map of the 4-wheel drive track.
Yeah.
So we're currently camped up here. We just went to the campground and the caretaker, and she said to go this way down the beach, but that's all beach driving.
Yeah.
Extremely soft on this beach, extremely soft. But the actual 4-wheel drive track listed is here.
Yeah.
It takes you down to the point. So I'm not sure which way we should go. I'm thinking of actually sticking to the proper track.
Yeah. Especially if we've never done it before.
Yeah.
So if we do it and we come out here at this beach part here, it's not too bad.
Have a look, yeah.
Yeah.
But we've seen one person drive up here yesterday. And like
struggled.
almost got stuck straight away. So yeah.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Let's go. Well, you're greeted with, oh, hello, instant narrowness. Like, oh, block the ears.
This is very narrow here.
Oh, Oh, I just said to Kade, would we be able to get the caravan down here?
Don't think so.
Nah.
Not having fun.
Yeah, I think we're going to turn around and do the beachway because this is
Way
just
too narrow for us.
so narrow and so many scratches. Show us the scratch, doll.
Oh, you won't see it on the camera probably. They're just everywhere already.
After finding a spot to turn around, we decided to give the beach run a go instead. Kade was a lot more confident this way wouldn't do any damage to the car. So coming back to the campground, or main campground, and you turn left at the entrance.
Yep.
See how he goes. Full tyre pressure, and hasn't even let the tyres down. Oh, it's fine. Oh, it is. And this looks like a much nicer track.
It's still at 50 PSI though.
Oh well.
Yeah, we got to air down.
Oh, it's so funny.
Better drop a bit of tyre pressure.
Yeah, we gotta.
Stuff from this when we reverse.
Oh, look what the tree did.
What?
Just kidding.
No, let's go up a bit further and we'll see if we get stuck.
Yeah. My goodness me.
We drove out of one bushes and now we're in more bushes.
Yeah. Well, these ones aren't as tight.
Oh, see the beach we're going to get up over here.
Dear, oh dear.
Looks like a struggle.
This is like Beachport to Robe vibes.
It is, very much so.
Let's have a gaze. We wanted to prove how much tyre pressure really matters. On this first attempt, Kade's running 50 PSI, and yep, that's with 600 horsepower under the bonnet. But as you're about to see, power means nothing if your tyres aren't set right. Whoa. Oh, okay. Easy. Let's let the tyres down, do that again.
So that's the bottom. You can see our tyre marks from before. The tyres are at 50 PSI when I tried it a second go. So we'll just come up here. Well, bloody soft as. And then that's your beach run just there. So it is off camber, so she's very worried about the off camber. So what I need her to do is just come up, nice casual speed, straight up on top.
We've now dropped them to 20 PSI, our usual setup for beach driving, and you'll see how much smoother and easier the ute glides across the sand.
Okay, we've given her the prep talk, said she needs momentum because it's so off camber. So hopefully with a bit of momentum, she'll steer it straight up here perfect. Perfect! A little bit more momentum would have been perfect, but she hasn't had a lot of practice, and that's what this is all about. So perfect, straight up there. Straight up. How was that?
My gut just dropped. I was like, ah!
A little bit more momentum would have been perfect.
I know,
but
that's right. I felt it like
yeah.
And then it tried to change gears and I was like, ah!
Oh, you got up there, that's the main thing.
High five.
High five. Good job, good job. There's some bog marks. It's very off camber beach, this one.
Very much like Beachport, and if anyone watched our Beachport one, we got bogged.
Yeah.
So we don't want that because it doesn't seem like there's a lot of people that would be able to pull us out.
No, there's literally no one here on the beach at all.
We haven't seen anyone come and go in the last day,
No,
so.
the only saving grace is camp's not far to walk for help.
Yeah, that's it. Instead of like an hour and a half at Beachport.
Anyway, this point is what concerns me. We don't know what's up here and what's around.
No.
And the angle, you can probably see it against the water, but people are driving so far up on the beach because they don't want to get stuck in the soft sand.
Yeah.
So we'll just idle on down here. It's all very easy. We're literally just idling at like 1,000 RPM.
Yeah. But what a difference that tyre pressure makes, hey? Like,
yeah, you've seen attempt 1 when I tried it 50 PSI. And then attempt 2 when Shania tried it at 20 PSI.
Yeah, just below 20, so makes a huge difference to everyone out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll go see what's around this point, hey?
Yeah, we'll go for a little walkie walk.
It's all nice and hard here. Oh, that's not too bad. Right, how did that feel?
Well, it wasn't actually too bad. It feels soft when you're walking it on your feet, but under the tyres it actually wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
It was leaning over, like you feel probably like it's leaning over a bit now.
Yeah, which is not too bad.
But it was a lot further over back of there.
Yeah.
But well, anyway, we'll keep on moseying down here and
see what's going on. See if we can even get any further. We don't even know if we can get any further, so
no, that's right.
We'll just see. We were soon forced to head inland, and with what little signal we had, loading up Google Maps turned out to be a lifesaver. The next few kilometres took us weaving through dunes, camps, and a maze of tracks. There wasn't much four-wheel driving needed, but we definitely enjoyed a few little bumps along the way. Coming through all the tracks just then, we come to like a little
Sign.
crossroads and a sign that says...
So we've got two options. We can go left over this hill to the World War II radar, or we can go to Madagascar, which is... sacrifice! We're getting sidetracked. 6,907 kilometres that way, apparently.
I don't think we have enough fuel for that,
I don't think we'll float that far either. But yeah, it's pretty cool. We couldn't take the beach the whole way. Like, we'll just show you over here. The seaweed is unbelievable.
Yeah, like the smell is something else.
It doesn't look too bad here, but in parts, the seaweed was literally like meters tall and there's no way around it or through it.
No.
So this is where we are now. We can just keep following the tracks.
Let's go.
A little behind the scenes action when you don't know where you're going and Google Maps doesn't help. The benefits of the drone.
I'm just trying to scout out there. It looks super soft.
Yeah, but the only problem is like the track we're on, you probably can't see it in the GoPro just here, but there's no tire marks on these tracks from here on. So, uncharted territory.
Let's go!
We had no idea what we'd find at the end of these tracks, but that's the beauty of having a setup that you can take anywhere. You get to explore places most people never see. Uncover bits of history and take in views that make you feel truly lucky to be here. Okay, we made it. This is our view so far, but no vehicles past this point. World War II military site. Please treat the site with respect, obviously. That's what we're here to do, so
Absolutely.
These places don't get shut down.
Yep, so we're going to pull up here.
Yep, there's a little U-turn bay for everyone to pull up just here, so let's do that.
Yeah, let's pull up and let's have a look outside. Okay. Wow, look at this glass.
You'd come to the bunker. Oh, they do look like bullet holes, actually. See?
Yeah, actually they do. So it parked down there, we decided to walk.
It's a big shark.
And it's a shark on the side. This is the first bunker you see now. It's graffitied all over it, but
you definitely need shoes.
you definitely need shoes because some people decided to do some smashing,
No, this could
some
have been
rage
from,
rooming.
This could have been from the Marines.
Oh well, yeah, you never know, but this is
back
inside.
in the day. There's beds and pillows still in there.
Yeah.
Crazy to think
This
the
is
soldiers, like back in the army, they were actually like living in these, defending
Yeah.
our country. But yeah, there's another one over here. There's quite a few that have actually collapsed.
Yeah, we've
so
seen
you
heaps
can't
of
see them
structures.
anymore. And that looks like a little obelisk thing.
Yeah,
So
let's
we'll
go.
go up there and we'll have a look at that.
Yeah, we'll go check it out. We made it.
We made it, and when we started this four-wheel drive track, I'll say, we didn't know that this was a World War II
No.
like historic site or anything. It just said four-wheel drive track on the map. So it's quite a surprise to, when you finally get down the end here, you got the edge of Australia on one side and
A memorial on the other.
memorial as well.
But crazy.
That is crazy. After a bit of research, we learned that these bunkers were established in 1940 during World War II. Following the sinking of a Navy ship near Geraldton, the site was used as a radar station to help the Army detect ships approaching the coast. It's amazing to think that people once lived out here and served out here. It really makes you grateful for the comfort we have today.
Ooh, what an odd feeling. Look at the door. Wow.
Yeah, solid door, isn't it?
Such an odd feeling to be here. I don't know why, but something, I just feel bad. This place makes me feel bad. Oh, there's a window. Wow.
But now, it's time for us to make the journey back. There's only one track in and out, so while it'll take us an hour, it'll be just a few seconds for you. We'll see you back at camp for a little surprise.
Right. There's these little things everywhere in the campground, and we were like, what's their lawnmowers over here for? So you can get the fire pit and take it to your campsite like a good person.
Get it, mate. I know.
Taking my fire pit for a walk. Walking fast with my fire pit.
Probably ash coming out of it. It's so funny.
The outdoor TV was getting an upgrade tonight, camp style. But seriously, if you're camping at Jurien Bay, make sure your fire's only in the designated pits.
Just like that, we have a fire pit. Righto, muscles, go. Lift with your knees, not your back.
Done. That's how it's done.
Hey, we got a free lawnmower.
Yeah, cut our grass. Doing some Gordon Ramsay stuff in the kitchen tonight. Lime in the rum.
Look at this.
And sliders.
Chicken.
Chicken burger sliders. We only did that because
We bought the wrong buns.
bought the wrong burger buns. So we're gonna try burger, Caesar, and special sauce burgers.
Yeah, we're gonna try. Which one's the best?
Which one's the best?
What have we got? 4 sauces? 3 sauces.
Three
to
sauces to choose from.
try. I know what one's gonna be my favourite.
Yeah, the burger sauce.
No.
The Caesar sauce. Yeah. Alright,
What's going on here?
well, we got fire, sunset over there we can't see anymore, but still it's there, and bloody sliders. One hell of an afternoon, if you ask me. I'm just going to be the judge. Who reckons what? Barbecue, burger, or Caesar? Oh, this one's falling apart.
Oh, well, we better eat quick, it's getting cold. Appreciate you tuning in, legends. We couldn't do this without you. Jurien Bay absolutely delivered, and we're glad that we stayed the extra night. But it's time to keep the adventure rolling. We'll see you in the next one.